We are live once again. We are going to be doing this, and I love doing this for you guys. We are doing Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. And I get time to do this with you guys tonight. Uh, Double showing of two films tonight. First time ever here on the channel. And what a way to start off this vacation. This is, I get very busy. Of course, I work full time and do some, I just keep myself busy with stuff and whatnot. But man, here we go. This is what it's all about, baby. This is what it's all about here. I love this opening scene. A little bit of a fun fact here. We got the Twin Towers here, guys. This is before the events of 9/11. Of course, that was very, very tragic back in the day. I remember I was in high school. I think it was my junior year in high school. 2001 is when that happened. Here's Times Square. There's the Batman sign. Yeah, Batman came out that year of Michael Keaton, 1989. I got to see this back in 1989. My late father brought me, or my late father took me and my two older brothers to go see this on the big screen locally here in town, and I gotta admit it was a blast seeing it. It was fun. Let's just put it that way. It was a lot of fun back in the day. Now I do get to meet somebody from this film in November. Hopefully she does not cancel out, and that is Kelly Hu plays Ava. She also was Lady Deathstrike in X-Men 2, X-Men United. Her name just popped up on the screen right here, right when these guys mugged this rich business guy here. I want to see a Part 8 reunion. That'd be really, really cool. I mentioned in Part 7's, I believe in Part 7's commentary earlier, that I really would love to meet Jensen Daggett, who plays Rennie Wickman in this. That would be a dream right there to meet her. I think she is so underrated. I know a lot of people don't, a lot of Friday the 13th fans don't have her ranked in their top 5, but she definitely is a fan favorite of mine. It's it's not a perfect film by any means, but they couldn't shoot in New York, I guess, due to the budget, but they actually got one shot where they actually filmed the Times Square, which I think is pretty good. But things happen. Things happen, but they did the best they could, making Vancouver looking like New York. You do get the Statue of Liberty here, so that's a real treat. It definitely is a real treat just to seeing that Statue of Liberty there, and then we go underwater, and then we're at Crystal Lake, Camp Crystal Lake again. I thought this was really, really interesting because here are the cabins. I'm wondering if anybody's actually in those cabins at all, to be perfectly honest. Camp Crystal Lake. Or Crystal Lake Camp, it says right there. Which I thought was really, really cool. And it's weird because they're actually on the lake, but that lake magically somehow connects with the ocean to get to New York, which I thought was really, really insane, but it is what it is. I just roll with the flow. I think that one of the nuttiest things about this film would have to be the many different variations of the young Jason in here, who was played by Tim Merkovich, or I think it's Tim Merkovich. I might got him and his son mixed it together. It was Tim Merkovich. it was. I think it was Tim Merkovich. I think was worked on this, but it was his son, or I may have got the name switched around. It was one of the crew members, his sons, that played young Jason in this. That anchor going down. I would love to pause this scene and just study it for a while, because you think when you look at that you look at that where he dropped the anchor at, that's not too far where the Shepherd house was at, and those kids' house, where that one guy, that one rich kid from the seventh one, where his house was at. So you mean to tell me Camp Crystal Lake was right there the entire time? That's another crazy thing. I know Susie Paulson, who plays, God, I can't remember her name. The actress that plays Susie here, she is going to be at Crystal Lake Nightmares. Of course, that's not in Illinois, but I would have been blowing a whole bunch of money on that for sure. All the celebrities that they have there for the films that they got of the franchise here. But I mean, they got Jensen Daggett. I believe they got B.C. Dupree. They got Barbara Bingham. There's another notification you guys heard on my phone. He's telling the legend of Jason. Legend has it that Jason came back to get even, vowing to kill every teenager in the area. And every now and then, the murders just start up. I like the look on Susie's face here. Susie's face here, I really like that look on her face. It's really awesome. You look at him, he's like this, and the part of the dock is on top of him. Now, I know a lot of people got pissed at this because how did he go from what he looked like in part 7 to this, where no spine or ribcage showing? I agree. It is pretty messed up. Especially when he was ignited on fire in part 7. The clothes don't match up. But when you go back to part 10 or Jason X, when Dr. Wormer says his unique ability to regenerate lost and damaged tissue cries out for more research. When I seen that film, and I finally pieced it together, and I'm like, that's why it looked different in part 8, But he never had the gloves on in part 7. He never had the gloves on in part 7. When you see him come up on Jim and Susie's boat here. That's what I thought was kind of weird, because he didn't have gloves on in 7 at all. But like I said, this one had a lot of twists and a lot of, unexplained things, particularly. But I mean, if you go back and watch Jason X, when you see Dr. Wormer say that about Jason, his unique ability to regenerate lost and damaged tissue, it makes sense of how Jason looks in this film versus part 7. At least to me it does. I think the mask is cool. It's like a golden yellow. His look outside the mask in this isn't all that great. But it is what it is. Hopefully NECA can actually move forward and do the rest of the Jason figures. Because part 8 never had an official release of part 8. Part 8 actually never had an official release for a figure. Which I think this would be cool. We can get the harpoon gun. We can get numerous things. There he is, and you get the Jason effect. Yeah, I love that. That the mask looks really cool. It really does. It's like a golden yellow. Oh man! Fired a warning shot. I wonder if it was deliberately. Now, for the longest time, when he pulls this thing out, I almost thought it was his intestines. I remember seeing that in the theater back in '89, and I'm like, man. But it wasn't. I mean, I was just a little kid back then, too. She runs. You know, if I was her, I would have dove in the damn water and got back on the camp and started running like hell. But look at that shot when he comes up out of the boat like that and goes on the deck. I like how it all set up. You got like some type of not an inner tube, but a floaty up there for the chairs. That'd be great, man, having a boat like that out there on a lake. But the Lady Drifter. He got her. He's going to go slowly down that tripod arrow thingy. Oh! 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 And I like how he shuts the door on that hatch. Oh, that was really, really cool. And here we go with the Lazarus. Now they did have a bigger boat. I don't know. I don't know what Rob Heading had said. It's been a while since I've watched the documentaries on this, or not documentary, but like the featurette on it. But they did have a bigger boat, but they went with this. They had to go with this, and I think the boat was lost. The original boat that they had got lost or something. But they went with this boat, so you don't see this boat all fully in one shot because it was like really. It was small, so you don't really see it in really full length shot in its entirety. But I don't know why nobody likes Lenny. I don't know why even the Friday the 13th fans. I might be one of the rare fans out there that really love this character. You know, she lost both of her parents in a car accident. We found that out later, way later on in the film. She's got this controlling uncle played by the late Peter Mark Richmond, which by far was one of these. Is a great actor. Loved his performance in this. Here's this boat. Now, how in the heck does this get out of Crystal Lake, or how does this boat go from Crystal Lake to get out to here? I have no idea. It's one of those unknown questions that has not been answered. That deckhand is really tripped out. Here's Charles McCulloch, man. Here he is. Yeah, he makes a real good bad guy. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I didn't like. I mean, the fact that later on in the flashback scene when he pushes young Rennie into the water, teaching her how to swim. That's no way to teach somebody how to swim. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I mean, all these people, all these students that are on this boat, it's amazing that they all end up getting killed or they drown because the ship starts to sink. Because we don't actually see the sink, we don't actually see the ship sink. So, I mean, did Jason actually kill every single one of them? Because there's a ton of students on here. I know what's best for her. End of discussion. No, I think it's just the beginning. I love how she fights back with him. You know, Barbara Bingham, that plays Colin Van Dusen, she does conventions. I wish they'd get her down here for Chicago. I mean, there's a lot of good ones they could have down here. Scott Reeves, he came in late. Excuse me, he came in late into the filming process. They were already filming with the original actor to play Sean, and there are leaked. I think on the special features of this, they do, and I could be wrong about it, they do have some film scenes with the original actor that was casted as Sean, but I guess he didn't work out, so they went with Scott Reeves instead. But they did start. I mean, but they did start filming with the original actor that played Sean. I love this movie. I mean, people. I mean, you can call me crazy. I know there's other Part 8 fans out there. You can call me crazy, but let's put it in real terms here. When you hear, you, you know, the whole thing with they couldn't afford to go ahead and film in full New York. They had to use Vancouver and dress it up as like New York. I'm still cool with that because if you look at Scream 6, guys, that wasn't fully filmed in New York. Actually, I don't think any of it wasn't filmed in New York. It was in Canada. But at least Jason Takes Manhattan, they got one scene in New York, and that was in Times Square. Let's give it that. Let's give it that, Here he comes. This is more of the I want to say Liquid Snake Jason, or the wetsuit Jason. I love that backdrop back there, man. When the Tech Hand's right there, and you can just see all that, especially when JJ's playing the Flying V guitar up there when Wayne's filming her. I just love it, man. The music, everything. I mean, this brings back a lot of memories, man. The 80s, the decade, it is long gone. This was the end of the 80s in 1989. The year after that, I mean, it was 1990. You had, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You had Rocky 5. You had, I know Psycho 4, the beginning, that was only on HBO. I think it was HBO or HBO Max at the time. I saw that on USA Up All Night years ago, back when I was a kid. But this is amazing. I just love this, backdrop. Sean's out there looking at the two teenage lovers back there kissing, and he's just looking out into the distance. That is just a beautiful shot right there. Look at that. I'm guessing there might be at least maybe 300 students on this thing. You don't really get to see all of them, but that's what I'm kind of guessing. I find it really hard to believe that Jason's able to kill everybody on this boat. I think quite a few of them might have escaped, but they didn't show them because there was actually boats on here. I think there had been more than one actual emergency boat on this ship. Oh man. Oh, here we go. Here's Wayne recording. Now he's going to record JJ here with the Flying V guitar. Saffron, I think of Saffron Henderson or Saffron Barrows, I think the actress's name is. She's done a lot of voice work. She's done like voice or for like cartoons. Voice actress, that's what she is too as well. But I know she has done a convention or a private signing and stuff too. I've seen that. I think you can get some of these Friday the 13th autographs, a lot of them off of CSR Collectibles. Yeah, this was the last one, and then they jumped to the Paramount era, which starts out with Jason Goes to Hell, which really had no teens at all in it. That's what these films are known for. The teens that get killed off. You don't really get the teens back until Jason X. I tell you what, I'd be rocking out. Have you know if I was in this? I tell you what, if I was that, tell you what, sing. She can play the guitar. Boom, let's go. Let's have Supreme Concert Hall down in the boiler areas of the ship. The bowels of the ship is what you want to call it. Definitely some good stuff, man. As you can see the Part 8 poster right there. Let's keep it on there, you know. Let's keep it on. Renee Wickham. Back in the day when this was back in the day when we don't have all this goofy crap that's going on in the world today, man. I'm telling you. I mean, this world is gone. It's gone nuts. I mean, anything you say or do, people get offended by. This is back in the day, man. 1989. I watch these films and it's like it all brings back memories. I love how when she's playing and he starts walking down the steps, and he's not even looking down. He's walking straight down with his face just straight, and he's not looking down at her. Here he comes. You can see him kind of creeping up on her. Yeah, I guess he is looking kind of down at her. There's one scene that looks like he's looking straight. Yeah, there you are. And see, he gets right there, and he's right underneath there already. So how in the heck did he get the guitar like that? Oh, I got a T-shirt where he has, it's him. He's got the Flying V guitar. It's like he's swinging it like a baseball bat, and then you get like New York right behind it in the Lazarus. I got that. I might be wearing that possibly for November. We'll have to wait and see. Cause I know I'm very certain Gutter Garbs is gonna have T-shirts for the 45th anniversary. I'm sure of it. I mean, for next Friday, for Friday the 13th. But this scene coming up here where Jason's looking at Rennie when Rennie's gonna basically get dressed. She's actually in her by the closet gonna get another top on. We hear the voice of young Jason, "Help me." The music for it when she turns around, the music just, I mean, I get goosebumps every time I hear it because it's one of the things about this film here, this scene here, just really, I mean, gets you. I mean, it's like you get goosebumps. You know what I mean? Because she heard it, Toby heard it, and he got that music with it. It really sells this scene really well. Yeah, here's one variation of Jason right here as a young child. Oh, he's got full head of hair. He looks normal. He looks normal like me and you and everybody else that's watching this live stream. But like I said, if you get past that part, it's awesome. It's an awesome film. But I don't pay too much to the flaw. I don't pay any attention to the flaws. I just enjoy this film. I enjoy it for what it is, and that's just me. I don't complain too much about certain things. But here's Kelly Hu for the first time before she was Lady Deathstrike in X-Men 2. Way before that. That was like maybe 15, maybe. You look at X-Men 2 came out in 2003, so you take 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. So 15 years earlier before she became Lady Deathstrike. If you guys don't know who Kelly Hu is or Lady Deathstrike, Kelly Hu is actually the Asian girl in this film here. She's Ava. She's Cameron's friend. And I know some people don't think Asian women don't look that attractive. But to me, I think they do. I mean, it's just, you know, I've always thought people from other women from other countries were attractive and stuff like that. But I mean, it's just the beauty of the culture and everything else. So I mean that's what I look at it for. But yeah, I mean Kelly Hu definitely is one of the attractive women in this film for sure. I mean her, Rennie, and I would say I wouldn't say Cameron. I would say her, Rennie, and I'm gonna have to go with Colin Van Dusen. I know that's an older woman, but I mean, I think JJ was pretty cool looking. 'Cause I don't think Kelly Hu did anything after this for at least a couple of years. I know she was on an episode of. I know she was on Martial Law. She was one of the co-stars of Martial Law with Sammo Hung. Scorpion King with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That is. And then in '98, Jensen Daggett was in Major League Back to the Minors, which I got that on Fandango. I bought that when it was on sale. So definitely, if I want to get a double dose of Jensen Daggett, I got Part 8 here, Friday the 13th, and Major League Back to the Minors. And she was also on a couple episodes of Home Improvement with Tim Allen. I know Amy Steele was on an episode of the Home Improvement as well. I always thought that was really really cool because you see the point of view of somebody looking around the corner trying to find these two ladies here, and here comes Charles McCall. And I thought this was really cool because the portals back there behind Ava and Cameron is really cool because you can see the water reflect off of it. It gives you that really nice lighting effect, which I thought is really really cool. It's very very mesmerizing just looking at it. Just wait till we get to the part where Cameron seduces Charles here. Oh gosh, man, that's gonna be crazy. She's gonna remain on board while her classmates are seeing the sights. She ain't even gonna make it. She's not gonna make it, guys. She's not gonna make it. One of my favorite death scenes coming up right now, the sauna rock. That had to hurt like a mother, I'm telling you. But there was a deleted scene where this is the student that was boxing with Julius. His alternative death scene, his original death scene was going to be darts through the eyes. That is on the special features. But I'm like, I glad they kind of changed it because I think this was a really cool death scene. I like how he creeps up, and when he jabs that Rock right into the chest of this guy or the stomach of this guy, man, it is horrifying. I couldn't imagine if that was happening in real life, how much pain someone would be through because they know that they're going to be dying. Jason just picks it up like that, man. That is hot as hell. That's got to be. Even though this is just a movie, but could you imagine having something like that driven right through your chest or even touching it and it burns your damn hand? Oh, man, look at that, man. Look at that. It's like Jason's doing the not the Heimlich maneuver, but CPR, like dun, 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 like that, And he just walks off like nothing happened. I love Rennie's wardrobe here, the jacket and stuff. I really love that. I don't know what type of style they call this. That's what she's wearing, but here we go. Cameron deliberately just bumps her into her and knocks her off. You look at Ava here. She's like she couldn't believe she went and did that. Think it's funny. You think it's funny, Cameron. You think it's funny, but they say the jerks in these films always get it the worst by the killer, and she does. And her kill, you don't really get to see any of it. You get to see the aftermath of some of it, but I think it's where they actually show where I think all of the mirror pieces were stuck into her. I know that was another deleted scene that they took out, but they did film it. And it was pretty graphic. I mean, the only thing you hear, Jason punches the mirror and he grabs a piece of the mirror that's sharp and pointy and just stabs in her, and it goes right when he gets ready to stab her. It goes to the whistle thing on Lazarus, and then you hear her scream. But then later on when Ava finds her, she's just laying there. They don't show the shards of the mirror, of pieces of the mirror, all in her body. Yeah, you got one boat right there, right behind Van Dusen and Rennie right here. You got one boat. I'm sure they had more than one boat there, in case something ever happened. I love how he says, "Good God, what the hell happened here?" That Gann's supposed to be like the crazy Ralph of this film here. You're all gonna die. He's come back. This doesn't make any sense. She can see hallucinations of him. She's at the sink, and all of a sudden the sink water turns into blood. And here we get our second variation of young Jason coming up, which to me it does not mean. He says now his eye is messed up. It was, and they got it wrong because this eye right here was the one that was messed up, not this one. They got it reversed in this. It's this eye that's the messed up one, and not this eye, which is kind of weird. And you hear him laughing a little bit. And here we go. The seduction of Charles McCulloch is coming up. And you know he's loving it. Right when she takes off that robe, you know he's loving it, guys. It is definitely eye-catching. I'll tell you that right now. I love this. He smiles. I think you got a big kick out of what she's trying to do, but oh, this is gonna be. Here we go. She's taking the robe off. Here we go, showing him slowly. And look at him. Look, he's getting aroused, and he's muttering his lip and everything else. Like, what the heck? Hey, take a close look, Charles. I want to make sure I got all my organs labeled correctly. He was locking lips with her too. Look at that. Man, oh man, oh man, if this was not on school grounds, buddy, you'd be fired. Yeah, show them that tape. Bring it back to Crystal Lake High and show them that tape. The administrators, and boy, that man would be fired. I love this part right here. Well, he's speechless, man. Look at that, the way he's talking. And Wayne comes in here with the camcorder. Yeah, I can imagine. Give me that tape. Give it to me. Come and get it. You're going to be very sorry, young lady. And as for you, you can forget about attending any film school ever. Oh, I love how he lunged forward at him like that. That was epic. Yeah, I believe the actress that played Tamron was in her 30s. I can believe that for sure. But still looked really good too for her age, man. Being in this. Yeah, definitely gotta love the '80s, man. I mean, this stuff. I mean, watching these Friday the 13th films brings back a lot of memories, especially the first 8. Because that was, a time, an era that I'll never forget, and it was the best time, pretty much, of my life growing up because I got to see this stuff at a young age, and this was the first one I saw in theater. Because my late father, took me and my 2 little brothers to see it. And it was an experience. It was an experience, man. I'll tell you, I'll never forget. And there is the Betsy Lazarus, a 3-hour tour. Every time I see it, I think a 3-hour tour of Gilligan's Island. Every time I see it. She is trapped. She is trapped, guys. She ain't gonna go nowhere. She's trapped in there. There's nowhere to go, and he's about ready to come into her room. I still have no idea where the hell he picked up getting these gloves that are on his hands, but I guess they were making him look like the badass look. Like oh yeah, he's going to New York. We're gonna get him rough like a thug and everything else, and this and that, a street fight and stuff like that, or one-man wrecking machine or something like that. That's why he's got those gloves on. Who the hell knows? She can't figure out who the hell that is. And she has nowhere to go. She is trapped. She's in trouble. And she knows it. Oh! Right there. Forehead right into the mirror. And here we go. The way he walks in, man, he punches the rest of the mirror out. With his fist, man. He ain't messing around in this one. In a way, you feel kind of sorry for her, though, because, she's actually pleading, no, please no. But again, in these movies, the jerks usually get it the worst. And and that's another thing too. When you're a jerk like that, you don't realize you're in some serious trouble like that until it's too late. And you wish you hadn't done what you did. But and that's why too. I mean, everybody, everybody has made mistakes in their life and stuff like that too. But the thing is, we got to remember, we got to try to better ourselves and try to be nicer, even though the way the world is pretty much what it is today. It's crazy. This guy right here, he's got a 11-month-old son. He ain't gonna be able to come back to him because Jason's gonna off him just like this. He ain't gonna be able to return to his wife or his son. And I love how he gets him right here. That green lighting on him. Oh, that's great, man. Oh, oh, oh! Look at him. He's really digging that spear thing right into him. Oh man. This right here doesn't make any sense with the captain here, Captain Robertson. The knife. It's not the sharp end. Or is it? Or is it? I don't. No, no, no. I think I might have been wrong on that. But you could see it where it really didn't cut him. But I did like this. Whoever's idea was to do the slow motion of this was really cool. Was a really cool idea. I thought it was really, really well done. Uh, I'm just trying to watch the screen too as much as I can, just in case somebody does a comment on my live stream here. You don't ever have to be a carbon copy of your father, dude. Take it from example. I never became a carbon copy of my dad, thank God. You know. Everybody should, be their. I think sometimes everybody should be like their own person. But I can see with Sean here, I think he was under pressure with his dad because early on in the film, his dad expected him to do this and that, but uh, yeah. I always think, too. I mean, try not to be like somebody else. Always try to carve your own path. Be uh, be your own person. And I think that's what one of the struggles is with Sean, because he's got that pressure from his dad. Here comes the badass Julius Graw, man. Here we are. Charles McCullough coming in. We got Charles coming in here pretty soon. He's a captain, for Christ's sake. He should be able. He should figure out how to do something. That just doesn't mean that just because he's the son of a captain doesn't mean he knows everything. You guys gotta get the hell off that boat, and you guys gotta get the hell off that boat quick. And this guy right here, his deckhand's going nuts. I never really paid attention to Colleen Van Dusen's face in this scene when the deckhand comes up. She looks really, really worried. And that's good acting too, man. I mean, because it really sells this. And I like how when BC and the other two students right behind him are looking when the deckhand said, he walks his ship here and now. Yes, it's a killer that walks his ship, and it's certainly not one of us. That lunatic has been spouting off about Jason ever since he came aboard. And it's no coincidence. Doesn't prove he's the one. Walking corpses are not real. Well, you're going to see it when you get to New York. And it's funny that Charles never seen Jason on the boat here. But he does get to see him in New York. what we think is New York, but it's actually Vancouver. School is out, McCullough. Okay? I love that. I love how he told this guy off. But in the cleanest, the nicest way possible. I just love that. She's lowering anchors. Now this, coming up here, I love how Jason's right on the upper deck here, and he looks down at her, and he does like that head tilt. You gotta wonder what he's thinking. But it would be more logical when you when you're in a real bad storm is to drop an anchor. And this uncle of hers, Charles here, says, "You think I'm the one you should be listening to? You think dropping anchors will do any good whatsoever?" Well, yeah. I mean, if you don't drop an anchor in the middle of a bad storm, I mean, you're gonna drift off to somewhere where you probably don't even know where the heck you're at. Great call on Sean for that one. Yeah, dropping anchors, man, because at least you're staying in one place. You're not drifting off somewhere. And this fool right here is saying no. You had me worried to death. But Sean said that we needed to drop the anchors. I'm the one you should be listening to. Do you think dropping an anchor in the middle of a storm makes any sense whatsoever? And sure it does, my friend. It does, because that way you're not drifting off. That way you are not going to be somewhere where the heck are we at now? We don't even know how the heck we got here. Heck, you can probably be in California or somewhere. Who the heck knows? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ava's going to be meeting her demise pretty soon. Going onto the dance floor. That rock music, that techno music. Getting ready. Okay, here we go. Alright, she's spinning around. Jason comes through that door right there, the double doors. Boom. Look at the way he comes in like that. He just stands there. She screams. She's trying to get out of there. Oh, man. Alright, here we go. He moves his head. She's seeing him everywhere. She's so dazed right now. I think she's just so out of it. She's so, going so quick, and she's there, he's not, he's there, he's not, he's there, he's not, and it's like, oh, here we go. She turns around, and there he is. He comes up there, and boom. Man, he chokes her, and look at the way his head is going. It's like that, Man. You did see a little bit, and I know on the special features that we have, they do show this scene how they did it, and of course Kane had to take that hockey mask off so he can breathe. I love this right here. Julius grabs all the weapons and stuff, and then what's his name looks up at him when he says, "I'm not taking anything." Like, what the heck are you gonna go about that? That's insane. That's crazy. Nothing but this gun. He didn't finish his line, but then he says it. for JJ here. JJ, are you down here? She's down there, all right. Oh, this would be the worst thing. This guy, I mean, the steam thing comes up, hits him, knocks his glasses off. Man, oh man. He has to rely on that camcorder. And, you know, like I said, as you guys know, I wear glasses myself. It's obvious, but without them, you can barely see a damn thing. Oh, and there they go. There's his glasses. Now he has to rely on the camcorder. Man, oh man, oh man. Well, oh man. He hits the wrong guy, guys. He shoots the wrong guy. And of course, he doesn't even know what Jason even looks like either, so it could have been anybody, but focuses in. Then he realizes it's the maintenance guy that he had just killed. And there's the guy he should have shot at. the way Kane moves his hand when he like pushes something out of the way, it's funny. Oh man. There she is, JJ dead. She got done with the JJ Blues, that's for sure. Oh, here we go. The reimaging of a kill from part 3, electrical stuff here. Did you find Renee? Yes, she's locked safely in her room. No thanks to either of you. Have you brought her back on course yet? He's doing the best he can. He's the son of a captain, for Christ's sake. He ought to be able to operate this thing. Well, do something, man. I mean, boy, you can tell that guy's on edge. He is on edge. Man, oh man, that's wild right there, man. Wayne's body's still on there, and it's igniting everything, and Jason goes and punches this in case of emergency. Hey, get them all off. I often wonder why he punched that to make it go off like that. I have no idea what type of message he was trying to send there. When he punches it, the alarms are going off. Oh man. Oh, gonna use it. Gonna use it on that deckhand, huh? You're really gonna kill a deckhand with a flare gun? Son of Farland causes panic. The same kind of panic caused by suggesting that Jason Voorhees is alive and aboard this ship. Enough is enough. Oh, he had enough already. He had enough, I'll tell you. I love this. All right, here we go. We got the student with the axe here. Here comes Jason. Jason comes right around the corner. I love this, how Kane actually grabs it from him, man. That was cool timing right there. He goes up, and then Kane just grabs it. He was going to lunge forward to go get him. He's going to watch him climb that. You're gonna go the highest place up. I don't know why you would go up the pole. I don't know why you would do that. And here's another thing that does not make any sense. All right, he's climbing up, and Jason's already up there, from behind him. I got the VHS here, and I'll tell you guys one thing. Out of all the 8 Paramount ones, going back when I bought the Part 8 VHS back in the day when Suncoast was still in the mall in my local area here. The thing is that I went to go pop it into VHS, and it still had the best picture quality out of the 8 films on VHS, and that was on VHS. But that scene we just saw with Julius getting thrown overboard, that was smart. That Julius just, hid underwater. And I don't think he was underwater the whole entire time. I think he came up to breathe some air just to hide out. Oh! That's another incarnation of young Jason there again. When he's trying to choke Rennie. They got the bad eye on the wrong eye. It's supposed to be on this side, not this side. Oh, yes! They got him right there, right in the eye, man, right in the eye. Right in the eye. Oh! He just walks off like that. Like nothing happened. Oh, here we go. I love this, man. Everything's blowing up downstairs. Lights dimming in and out. Now this cannot be the rest of the students on this ship. Come on, I mean, give me a break here, guys. No way. There were only 3 of them. I think Colleen was going to go out and get the rest of them, but I think the rest of them got off the ship somehow. I don't think Jason killed all the students on the ship. There's just no way. Because there was more students than that. I believe Colleen was going to go ahead and get more students, and they left them in the restaurant, the dining area. And Jason saw them, and I don't know if he went in there to kill them or what. I don't know. To this day, we'll never know. This guy's nuts. This guy's crazy. This deckhanding. Runs up a knife, pushes Charles out of the way. Water's filling in this into the bottom. Oh man, they're gonna sink. Oh man, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. Oh, here we go. All this water's coming in. Oh man, there's some serious trouble now. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Water looks like it's green too. I have to wonder if they put some type of green dye in that water. Water that comes out green. And they definitely did make this ship look big. Now, another word about Jason. Do you hear me? No, I don't. It's time you listen to me if you want off the ship alive. That's right. You tell it how it is. There is no more restaurant. Well, are the others really dead, or did they just leave them for dead? That's another question. Son of a bitch, and he's already dead. He had the axe laid right into him. Oh, that lightning effect is really cool and sparks off. I love the part when they're heading down to the boat here, and Sean looks up and here's Jason standing over where the ladder's at with the axe in hand, and they show him again. I think it's really cool. And then it shows again and he's not even there. Yeah, there it shows where he was standing at and he's not even there. And then we get something coming towards the boat here. Oh man. Now if that boat would have had a motor on it, I guarantee you Jason wouldn't have gotten to them. But I think he is actually underneath the boat, and they don't know nothing about it, or somewhere near it. The fog effect with them, they're like out in the middle of nowhere. I believe in this scene they were shooting in a warehouse with this scene here to make it look like they're actually out there in the ocean. That's got to be a pain to row that boat. Imagine if it was just a kayak on that ship. Oh man, a kayak. A regular kayak, you can only fit one person on it, and if you get a tandem in kayak, it can only hold two people. So you got one, two, three, four plus a dog, so that's five. New York. If I can make it there, boom, boom, anywhere, it's up to you. New York. New York. I'll make it, boom, boom, anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Oh, there's New York, man. Look at that. That is beautiful, man, that shot. Oh, man, here we go, guys. Finally. I've seen that picture. I don't know if I know Charles. I know Peter Mark Richmond on his website. he had a photo of that, like an 8x10 of them when they were just standing there. I think it's like at the goal league hockey sign that you could have signed. That'd be something to think about too. If Jensen Daggett was ever to come to a convention, if she has that photo right there, I would definitely get it and also have her on this poster back here. Sign that as well. That would be really cool having that sitting on my one of my shelves here in a frame. Not this shot here, but them. I think was all of the ones that made it to New York on there. Like that one scene right when they got out from got off the boat and stuff like that. Some of them have some pretty cool 8x10s at their tables, like the one I got with Tracy Savage. I had gotten 2 autographs from her. One on my Part 3 poster and an 8x10 that I really liked for like right into the van. Got some good shit here, Holmes. You got that right. Yeah. They're gonna drug her and they're gonna try to, rape her. But this is the one and only time that Jason is actually the hero. And they're thinking she's gonna be a real party girl. I like how Peter Mark just standing there, the way he just stood there. The only thing I can see, man, he's probably just envisioning what they are gonna do to her. And Julius is wanting to go after him, man. I mean, I love how Julius is. Just the way he tugged his arm away from Charles. Oh man, that was epic. Oh man. Man, you gotta wonder what type of drug what that's supposed to be inside that needle. They do drug her, but they don't get to do what they want with her, which is a good thing. Oh man. Oh! Fight back. Fight back. It's the only chance. Particularly me, if I was, I mean, particularly, if, if I was, if I had a daughter, I would basically teach her how to defend herself. But yeah, I mean, go for the nuts. Kick them in the nuts. Oh! Oh, man. He's drilling that needle right through his back and it comes out to his front. I love this. Who the fuck are you? I love it when he's shooting them. The way he keeps coming. He shoots him and he's like, and the way he's walking too, it's funny. Boom, like that. Oh, and it's like slowing him down. He keeps coming. Oh, here we go, man. She's mine. You're not going to have her. Here we go. Boom. KO. KO. Total knockout, man. TKO right there. Now it's time to go for business. Oh, I love this. Here we go, man. I mean, Julius. Oh, man. Julius. Oh, man. Oh, man. People gonna go. People are probably going nuts. I can't remember particularly when this scene came up, and people were just like going nuts. But like this whole thing when Jason punches through the phone booth window at him, he's on the phone. Operator, give me the police. It's an emergency. And he's struggling to get away from Jason. He's climbing up the ladder to go up on the rooftop of this building here. Okay. Now my instinct would be is not to climb up anything. Keep on ground and run. Get the hell out of there. But you know, like I said, these are movies. But he has nowhere to go now. He can't go over the edge. He has no choice but to go. And here with the boxing. And I remember Kane saying on the commentary that that they did have a boxer to stand in and do the boxing scenes to punch. But he said he said that BC punched harder than the actual boxer. I love it. It is so funny, especially when he does the gut punches. Oh, man. To this date, he was the first one to actually go toe-to-toe with Jason, man. I mean, if you want to count Brodsky, but that was basically right before Big Rendell blew up. But, I mean, this is as close as you can get. Oh, look at him punching him. And Jason's just taking those gut punches and man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Taking a play right out of Muhammad Ali, because that's how Muhammad Ali would actually do it sometimes in the ring, where he would let his opponents punch him and wear him down, and that's when he'll capitalize and go after him. Yeah, Julius is getting worn down. What a smart move by Jason here. Oh, yeah, it ain't having no effect. But that's when I would have done. I would have turned around and ran. But Jason's like a teleporter in this one. Here we go. This is the pit. You're looking up from the pit here. Take your best shot. Finish him. Fatality. Head goes flying right in the dumpster. Jason wins. Fatality. I'm not going to get that Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I won't get that because I'm not really too much into the games. I got Mortal Kombat 10, 11, and 1, the one that came out for PlayStation 5. Yeah, Street Fighter's more my thing. Jason is here. Oh, God. We have to find the others now. God, I'm just so surprised Colleen didn't get picked off on by some of these deranged individuals that are walking the streets. You think it was very wise, Charles, to let a woman like that alone, walking alone? Well, you make really some not so good decisions, I'll tell you that. Yeah, he's here. He's here in New York. It is true. is true, and here we go. We can see the first order of business is to find Julius, but his head is right there. It's plain as day. You guys can actually see it. First order of business to find Julius. He's going to pop up sooner or later, like what the cop says, and there he is. He's going to pop up in a second. I love how Peter Mark just reacts to it. That was funny how he reacts. Look at the way they're reacting when the cop gets attacked. It is. It's not supposed to be funny, but it is kind of hilarious. He's getting here now. This is King Kurzinger as Jason, not Kane Hodder. That's about ready to get hit. You can tell the body difference though. This is probably by far the most accurate to young Jason looking, like a little bit. Not by much, but they got it kind of close. But Miss Van Dusing, yeah, she got knocked out unconscious. That was an accidental death. She went out, an accidental death. Jason didn't get her. Getting ready for the flashback scene when Charles is going to try to teach him how to swim the wrong way. And that is the wrong way of doing it. You don't teach somebody to swim like this. Far as I know, this scene here, when they did it, I think it might be in Crystal Lake Memories. They show a shot of it. I'm not sure. In the book of Crystal Lake Memories, I think this background was all fake, I believe, with the woods. I think it was pretty impressive how they did that, especially with it being in '89. Of course, I think they actually were filming it in '88. And this was before CGI. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, they did that because that's not a real background. Before Jason pulls you down. I mean, this film here definitely has its fan base, and I'm one of them. There it is again, man. And I understand a lot of people don't like it because, you know, you got these different variations of Jason, young Jason in this, which, you know, people can't quite figure out how in the hell does she have a connection with Jason? Because I think if you look at the timeline, I think this was supposed to be set in the 90s, I think. I'll have to go back and see if I can find some type of timeline on it when the event of Part 8 happened, even though this was in 1989. But when you go by 1989, Rennie was in the, I believe, in the first film, I believe she was just in grade school. But the timeline just really tripped out with this franchise. Oh, here we go. I love this part coming up, man. Now he sees him for, well, he actually saw him when he was attacking the cop. But then, he realizes it now. No. You. Or it's you. It's not possible. And I like the way he's running. The way he's running and he's looking and he looks. And he lunges forward, looks, and he runs right in that building right here. He gets to the top floor and he gets thrown out of it. And I'm like, man, Jason's a teleporter in this one. That's another problem that people didn't like about it. And I think that's why, they kind of got the idea is how he can show up fast in certain areas. But, I mean, this is supposed to be New York, guys. I mean, how are you going to have underground tunnels? But, please, I'll pay you. The worst death of all in this film, getting dumped in this barrel. Man, there's a dead rat in there, and I'll pay you. Please. Oh man. Well, he just slams his legs up against the wall. It's epic. I guess the stunt guy that did that was in that, went without some type of breathing apparatus. Just did it all. I'm like, man, that's got to be nasty. I mean, that wasn't really waste, but I think they made it look like it. But there's no way you would dump somebody in there. Let's get ready for some fun here. Now we're getting down to like the third act, almost the third act of the film here. The big chase scene coming up. Oh, the look on their faces. Here he comes, starts with those boxes, cans, and everything else. Kicks him. Man. Look at him run. He goes right through this door here. Shatters the glass going right through it. Hey, that was a lot better than Michael in Part 2. Michael Myers in the original Halloween 2 going through the window at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. I mean, the impact of that was just weak. The impact of Jason going through that door, the window of that door there, was epic. It was a force. Oh, man. There he is, just looking around. There he is. He's walking. That's typical New York, because we've seen that in Scream 6. Nobody's wanting to help out. Jason Lives down there on that poster. Remember when Kane did the commentary for this, and he looked at it, he didn't realize that there was Jason Lives. Someone wrote on that poster on the train, Jason Lives right there. It's right where they wrote, drew glasses on that guy on the poster. Look at him when he gets up. And he gets right there, and then he stops. Now, here's another thing. Jason coming down the steps of the back of this train here. That is Ken Kirzinger, not Kane Hodder. Oh, gets electrified. The most electrifying move in sports or movie entertainment history to date. Great special effects. And this was, over 30 something years ago. But little did they know, every time he gets electrocuted, he comes back and he's even stronger than ever. Here we are, the real Times Square. Here we are, guys. We made it to an actual shot of real New York. The one, the only shot of New York right here. Besides, I think when they were on the boat, when they showed it from a distance in New York. But you got the Batman sign, you got the Canon sign over there. You get these 3 Hawaiian girls on a Kodak camera advertisement thing right here, I believe. Yep. And of course that white background dropped the circle ball on that one screen that was also in Big. And Big was in 1988, I believe. It was the year before this. So really nothing much changed. Man, look at that. I can't believe they made it. Here we go. You can see in the distance there's fans over there. Oh man, here we go. And Kane said when he looked that way, the fans just went nuts. Yeah, he made this character unbelievable, man. Here we are. The only Jason actor to cross, well, technically, him and Ken Kirzinger are the only 2 Jason actors to cross over from Paramount to New Line. You think a lot of people think like Kane, Kane was the only one, but it was actually Ken Kirzinger along with him that went over, transferred over from Paramount, the Paramount era of Friday the 13th to the New Line Friday the 13th era. Because Kirzinger was Jason and Fred versus Jason. And then you're going to see Ken Kirzinger here in a minute here. As I think he's the cook. And I love this scene coming up. Those gang members there, I mean, right when he lifted up that mask, they took off. He kicked the boombox. That was another funny scene in this film. And that's actually the diner lady right here. That's actually Rob Hedding's sister. Oh, I love when he came through there, man. Everybody just stops and like, whoa, what the hell? Here comes Ken Kirzinger right there. This little guy right here, look, he's going to do something. Son of a bitch. Grabs him, picks him, and throws him against that mirror. You can tell the height difference between Kane and Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, we just got to see Jason versus Jason. One time only. Man, that was... I love that scene. I really do. Just the impact, just the way, Ken comes up, points the finger at him, and then Ken goes like this, and it has like those slapping effects, and picks him up and throws Ken right into the mirror, over the counter, into the mirror. That was epic. And then right when the mirror shatters, you can just see him just looking slowly, just looking down at him, see if he's going to get back up. a little scary when you see him. He's walking like that, and then they're running like hell in the sewer here. And here he comes, just strolling like it's no tomorrow, going over this, walking. He decides to take another route. It's like a short route coming up. What the hell are you kids doing down here? Toxic waste on their sewer floods out with this stuff every night at midnight. Less than 10 minutes from now. Here comes Jason's gonna ambush this sanitation worker. That's what this guy's title is. Oh, comes up and does like a clothesline maneuver, man. Oh man. Oh, that blood splatter. Oh man. Oh man, look at that. Oh, he's getting ready. And he stops. Right when she flashes that. You didn't get me in the lake, and you're not going to get me now. I love how she runs here. Really. The way she runs right when she turns, that was kind of funny. You have to slow down because it's slippery in there. Oh, right there, man. Oh, that's hideous, man. That is hideous. Oh, man. It looks like he's drunk. He can't even stand up. Oh, man, that's crazy. Get up, Sean, get up. Here we go. I like laughing at in the background between they're going to go up that ladder, and here he comes. He looks like he's drunk from a distance the way he's walking. Oh. Yeah, this ending here, I can agree with a lot of fans too. It doesn't make no sense. Toxic waste, and then all of a sudden, he gets transformed back into a child. Yeah, that was weird. I agree. Um, Now they say that this was going to be the last one. First, it was going to be 3, and then 4 was going to be the last one because of the final chapter. And then this was going to be the last. This was going to be the last of it. And then they get to, then they sell the rights to New Line. Then we got Jason Goes to Hell. That was supposed to be the final 5, which I can see it wasn't going to be, because why would you switch companies? Even on the Blu-ray, man, this is on Blu-ray. It's the picture quality looks awesome still. There's the mask floating around. And that went by. I mean, this went by quick, guys. I mean, it's almost over. They're walking. They're gonna get out, and Toby's gonna come up. I thought when I first saw this, I was like, what the hell? How in the hell can he come back? There you go. The Darkest Side of the Night music, which I didn't discuss at all. I mean, it's a good song. I like it. It's starting to play here. And this was the end of it. The end of the Paramount era of Friday the 13th movies. You gotta wonder. You mean another thing I kind of want to discuss, even though this film was over and on the credits are rolling, but you gotta wonder where the whereabouts in the Paramount era of the Friday the 13th were the survivors from 2 through part 8 here. Whatever happened to them? Where did they end up going? I know some people think Chris from part 3 ended up in a mental institution because she went crazy at the end of 3. Ginny, we don't know really what happened to her. Don't know what happened to Tommy. Don't even know what happened to Tina or Nick, or of course, Rennie and Sean and Toby. Nobody knows what really happened to them after this. But it's always been a mystery. This franchise has been so unique because, despite, Alice being killed off in the beginning of the second one, technically there's no survivors of the first one at all anymore, but in the actual franchise, because they're all killed off, because Mrs. Voorhees killed everybody off except for Alice, and Alice gets killed off by Jason in the second one, so you gotta wonder where the survivors from 2 through 8, what happened to them, so it would be definitely interesting to know. But yeah, without further ado, guys, this is it. This concludes the live stream commentary of the Friday the 13th franchise. I still have to go back and redo Jason Goes to Hell. I'll probably do that maybe in the fall, just to get that out of the way. But yeah, tomorrow night I'm going to be doing Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2009 remake. Or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from 2003, not 2009. Sorry about that. But yeah, without further ado, guys, that's all I got. Take care and see you guys tomorrow night. Bye-bye.